I'm Kim Dylla, and I'm in charge of visualization at the Institute for Advanced Technologies in the Humanities at UVA, University of Virginia, and I'm one of the main technical people for Rome Reborn projects. So. The technical people on Rome Reborn. Rome Reborn is a large-scale 3D digital model of the whole city of ancient Rome within the Aurelian walls at the year 320 AD. The version of Rome Reborn 1.0 that we released last year had various schematic models for the filler architecture, the apartment buildings, things that we don't know, like the Colosseum. With Rome Reborn 2.0, we've replaced all of those buildings with highly detailed models made procedurally with the City Engine software. It looks amazing, and we're now doing a physically based lighting model in real time on a server, which then gets transmitted over the internet using Mental Images reality server software. So the model looks way better in terms of geometry and lighting, and we're making headway in terms of access, being that you can now view it over the internet and not on a huge gaming box that we have to lug around with us.
So, can you tell us about if the user community can access the content and maybe help you guys developing more content for it?
Yes, right now the project is not published over the internet, but it's not publicly available, but we do have plans to create a scholarly online peer-reviewed journal using the model as the base, in which people make input and suggestions, changes, but it's more of a peer-reviewed thing so that the archaeological integrity of the model can be preserved.
Will you be able to play uses of this application with other applications, for example, Google Earth, other applications like that?
Yeah, we actually have a documentation window that opens in Google Earth that was part of the 1.0 version of the model. Mm-hmm. The model is all geo-referenced, and it brings up Google Earth and shows you where in real today Rome you are in Google Earth as opposed to where you are in the model. And then all sorts of information comes up about the landmark that you're looking at, the Colosseum, which is also then tied into things like the German Archaeological Institute's bibliography. So say you're standing in the Colosseum, you hit the documentation window, it brings up Google Earth with where your position in the Colosseum, and you click on the Colosseum and it brings up a short description from the Plattner about that monument and a bunch of relative links towards further information.
And I imagine there's going to be a lot of interest from people who will be interested in using this sort of data for gaming. Have you heard of any interest from gaming companies?
A bunch of game companies approach us to license the model and stuff. We haven't had any interest, I think, from the film industry really yet, but it's not, it's a real-time model, mm-hmm. So, but we don't have any games right now that it's being used in. We're thinking also of multiverse software and things like that.
MMOs and things like that.
We haven't done like a Second Life Rome or anything like that yet.
Which would be very cool.
Yeah.
What will you see the direction of this taking towards the future? What's next?
In the future, we want to, publish it to the internet in the form of that scholarly online peer-reviewed journal we're talking about, and basically provide access to the model from around the world to people in academia and just enthusiasts.
And can you tell us a little bit, taking a little bit of a tangent, about the program at the University of Virginia?
IATH or just Rome Reborn or
both?
Both. Okay. So I work for the Institute for Advanced Technologies in the Humanities, which is a small research group of about 15 technical staff members with external faculty fellows, and we provide technologists for the use of scholars in the humanities, because there's usually a rift between those in the humanities who don't know how to use technology, and then the ideas and scope of the projects that they could do with computer graphics and other technologies. In terms of computer graphics, all of our modeling and rendering and everything is done by a few staff members, myself included, and a bunch of students in architecture and art history that work for us. But we're a really small organization.
So I really appreciate taking your time. I'm going to be posting this online. You have been really patient and nice. We almost got mobbed by Vikings. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, we did.
Actually, I think we have one here. Oh.